All right. Are you ready?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Stop it!
We're
Stop
on
it!
air. We're on air. I'm gonna start these.
Hi-yo.
I'm gonna start the
On air.
intro. Look how prepared we are.
Warning. The following show may contain language that some people may find offensive, such as the words fuck, cock, shit, tit, cucker, kicker, and knocker, tard, sucking mother. Please enjoy the show.
I don't want you to listen. I don't want you to call. Go get an internet show with one of these asshole comics. Go get a podcast or some shit. Don't call here my show anymore. All right? You got it?
Codebase Radio presents.
Matt, you're on the air.
Remember the Jay Thomas thing, Howard?
Do I remember it? Yes.
Jesse got asked to do a radio show, and I'm doing it with him, believe it or not.
Where are you doing that?
Well, we do it live on this thing called Codebase Radio.
On Hold with Matt and Jesse.
Big deal. You're on the internet doing a show.
We hope all stations explode and fall on Jesse of San Diego.
On Hold with Matt and Jesse. Go find that on the internet.
Codebase Radio.
What's going on? It's another On Hold with Matt and Jesse. What is this? Show 12? I wonder how many people have gone and found us on the internet. I wonder. Well, I know my dad's listening, so I bet we get 4 listeners right now. So we love every one of you.
And three
Very
of them
much.
are regular callers now. No, I'm just kidding.
Me, you, and Vicky are 3 of them. My dad's probably not even listening, but no, I'm kidding. No, we love it. Last week was great. If you didn't hear, we had Eric, the actor, formerly known as Eric the Midget, on for like the entire hour, and I love him. Eric is my favorite and my new friend.
Well,
so I love that guy.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Ryan Lever for
Enough with the shout outs.
No, he posted last week's show on his YouTube account, and it's up to like 700 views, dude.
Oh, well, thank you, Ryan Lever, then.
I think the trick was he's got a picture of Eric on there, which I don't know.
Yeah, putting a picture of Eric is like putting like a naked girl to get someone to come over. People just look for some reason.
Exactly.
I love Eric. Eric, if you're listening, you're the best.
Yeah, and thank you for now following me on Twitter. Nice.
Well, can you really blame him? If I was on Twitter, I don't think I'd follow you either.
No.
I'm kidding.
I said now following me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. Stop the clock.
Yeah. He's following me now. Sweet.
Yeah.
Nah, he's cool, man. I left a message for him last week. Tell him F the bullies, F the sack bullies.
Well, did you see that he posted some petition to stop bullying online? And I heard a Howard 100 news brief about it. It was kind of funny, and Shuley is always is busting his balls, and he was pretty much trying to get Eric to apologize to Howard, and Eric tiptoed around the apology, which was, I thought, pretty funny. But if you didn't hear it, you don't give a shit. So
I'll catch it on the weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But on the weekend review, since that's probably the only thing left.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna play. They're gonna play the weekend review over and over again because, I mean, I just found out you about this Jay Thomas being his last show, and that's devastating for this show because we got some mentions, and you became famous from calling Jay like a psycho. But
Fill me in. Is it the last show ever or just the last 101?
No, the last 101 show.
Yeah, he's still going to do it on whatever that other channel he does it on, I'm sure.
104. Yeah, actually.
So you can still call in over there.
Yeah. Well, and
no, he can't.
Actually, I have a better shot calling in over on that one because Christine screens it. I don't think she gives a shit.
Why can't you, Matt?
Because I don't listen to the show or care to call in.
What difference does it make what channel is it on?
No,
It doesn't. I just the only time I ever listened when it was on 101. Like unless Jesse I know is gonna be on, like happened a couple of weeks ago. I never even think to put on Jay on that channel. But if I really want to hear him now, I guess I have to.
Yeah. Well, I'll get to call in as other people and mention Jesse from San Diego.
Yeah.
What channel is Superfan Roundtable on?
It's on 101.
101.
Once a month.
Why are they? You think?
What
Are
channel?
they getting ready to kill off 101? Do you think? It sure sounds like it.
I don't know what's going on, but they're definitely tapering down with the shows.
And it's weird because a few months ago, Howard had Tim Sabian come in to announce the revamping of the all new programming coming into the show, but then they're getting rid of other shit. And
Well, you know what's weird about that is I think I don't know. Remember I called into Howard a couple months ago bitching about back office radio, and I told him that I think Superfan Roundtable should get like another hour because kind of like the wrap up show. Every week, Mutt starts the show off by talking about saying the topics he wants to cover, and there's no way he's going to get to all of them in an hour. That show could easily go for 2 hours, but I think Howard. I remember Howard saying that Tim Sabian told him, "Nah, we think 2 hours might be too much. You want to leave the fans wanting more." But
here's the thing though about that. Because I think the 101 channels, the main reason why a lot of people like them is because they can call into those shows and participate, where it's a lot harder than getting on with Howard. So that
only losers like you and I think that way.
No, I'm not saying calling in like crazy like us, but at least they could call in and participate and
maybe.
and put. But
it's also new programming like at night. Like 100 is strictly
but I'm just
for the
saying,
Howard show, and 101 is all these ancillary shows that for a while I liked. I'm sick of talking about it, but I loved back office radio and
Miserable Men.
I was never a big fan of that. But I mean,
you were.
Nah, never. I called in a couple times, but I was never huge. But Superfan Roundtable down to a month, that's bullshit, because I like that show.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, that's why, okay, if you're going to get rid of some of these other shows, then fucking expand, make that one bigger, because obviously these channels are for the fans. We're paying, fuck, dude. Everyone likes to talk about Howard in some sense, at least for the Superfan Roundtable. They like
it gives fans a chance, and it's an interesting perspective on how people think about the show, kind of like how ours is. And
these shows started coming out because a lot of these people were calling into those shows, and gave them a little thirst for more. And
you and I was so good that we needed an hour of this every week, I guess.
Howard's been a big influence on a lot of people, so.
No, but
and just think about the impact that the 101 show's going away is having. Think about it in a couple years when Howard goes away.
Other than it, I think it'll go away altogether. And supposedly he's going to do a podcast, or some people think he's going to do a podcast, but I think if he retired, I think Sirius would still have it like one channel of his stuff. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that they would have one channel of repeats, and I know I'd listen to it. So
yeah, they might do like keep one channel for like a Stern Show shuffle type of deal. But I don't know though, because Howard did say, but then again, he might be changing his mind by now. But a few months ago, when he was all worked up, and he's like, basically when he's not going to retire, and he's going to
you just kind of broke up. Did you hear that? He kind of broke up.
Did I?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
No, but apparently, supposedly, there's a fire under his ass, and he wants to fucking destroy Sirius like he did regular radio. So
Well,
fuck it.
the best was I don't know, when he was on one of his tirades talking about how the company owes him money and he's suing him. The best was when he was saying, he's like, you know what? He's like, this has got me so worked up. I'd consider going back to regular radio just to fuck with Sirius. I mean, that would never happen, I don't think, but I just remember him saying that and Fred dying laughing. Like, how funny would that be if he if he did that just to fuck with Sirius? And at this point, I don't know. I think even Howard might not be able to get people back to their live radio. I mean, of course, his fans would, but it's too much other shit out there, I think.
I mean, I don't know. That's the thing about most of his fans are they're diehard and they'll follow him.
Yeah.
But then again, he did kind of spoil us over the years with these two channels, you know. And
yeah.
That's why
constant live programming, and to have that go away is bullshit.
And that's why because of the rise of the complaints by the fans, maybe he's just like. But still, I mean, shit. He's got the kind of fans that would follow them at conventions, like if they did Star Trek type conventions and shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, the stupid block party. Howard's not even at that, but
yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll go to Boston. I went to Boston for that. Like, it's kind of like when Artie used to come around. It was like a guaranteed congregation of Stern fans. So
yeah, because we love to show support,
and that's not even with Howard being there. That's like, characters on the show that attract fans. I mean, imagine if Howard did. Which he could, but obviously doesn't need the money to do it. Imagine if Howard did like shows and appearances like they used to try getting him to in the early days of I think K-Rock and NBC. Imagine that, like that would be kind of cool, but he's too big. He's too big for that, obviously.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't have. I mean, shit, he could be like the fucking the Leonard Nimoy or the Bill Shatner, where he makes a few, like an appearance here and there, you know.
Well, you're gonna really compare Howard to Bill Shatner and Leonard Nimoy? I mean, those guys. I mean, William Shatner. I guess is just looking to make money anywhere he can. But like those guys, their lives are being on Star Trek that used to be on. Like Howard has a current show with a $500 million contract, so I mean he doesn't.
Well, no, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying when he retired. You know.
Oh yeah.
When he's old, you know, he'll pop up every few. But all the other, like all the lesser cat, like the George Takei type, like or
bad example.
Sal and Richard,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean
Jackie.
They might be able to do it for like a year, but. Actually, Jackie's a good example of, when you leave the show, how people just don't care. Like, look how his appearances went way down. And, Artie, I think Artie was always more liked kind of than Jackie. And he was I don't know, like Artie got a bigger
Artie was
stand-up.
Artie was also in the industry, too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it seemed like Artie was doing way better with the stand-up while on the show than Jackie did. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, Jackie's that certain type of comic, though, with the short jokes and shit.
Hey, I want more money. That was a bad impression.
You think Howard will go on to late night? He's probably just trying to put a hurt on Sirius right now. I think you're right on that.
They already announced that Seth Meyers is taking Fallon's spot. I don't think that'll ever. I don't think he'll go to late night. Howard is going to stick. If he does anything, he's going to stick with the radio. I think he's made that clear.
No, I honestly think he wants to fucking fuck Sirius over for fucking him over, you know?
He does, but remember, there's 2 years or whatever. What is it, right? 2 years left on his contract?
Yeah.
I mean, after like I guess 2.5 years, I mean, there's new ownership, so who knows? Maybe they'll get in his good graces. I mean, selfishly, I hope he stays at Sirius just because I like the setup now. With I already got it for life, so fucking why not stay for me?
Well, it's like fucking oh shit. Oh well.
Maybe he just doesn't want to build him an afterlife. I mean, if he procures a bunch of shows on 101, there's going to be stuff that we all inherently move to when he's gone. And this way, he's leaving Sirius with nothing, and they'll start to feel it.
You think those shows would really go on without him?
I think that the people would.
Nah.
Yeah, I think back office radio and those shows would continue to make more of themselves and get more popular, and eventually everyone's going to have to move to from Howard to something. And if he goes nowhere,
I disagree. I think
plus I like those shows. I would keep listening.
I like them too, but I don't think anyone would care about back office radio if Howard wasn't on.
Yeah, no, they're gonna follow. Look, he's gonna take most of the staff with him.
That's what I'm saying, though. If he decides to retire and doesn't do anything to speak of.
Oh, he's not retiring. Though.
Yeah, he's pretty much said he's not retiring.
Yeah, he's not retiring.
Then that's kind of why I think he got so mad at Gary for doing that show, whatever it's called, What's Worth Watching. What was that show called?
Yeah. No,
The Pieces of Vinyl, whatever. Like, I think that's why he got mad at that, because a couple months ago he was saying people got to plan on the future, and then like they were planning on the future, and he didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows?
But that's not something he would normally be against. He would be for his people planning for the future, unless he wants to put the hurt on whoever's going to benefit from him. If that's Sirius, who just screwed him over. That's my theory, anyway.
Yeah. No, well, you're right, but I think he doesn't like people doing projects that they know they can promote on his show that he doesn't think are that great. Like, I mean, that show Gary and John did was all right, but I mean, do you think those guys would have really got that show?
I think he just would have said, "Don't promote them on my show." But to pull them off 101 completely, even when there's too many, to back down on them is one thing. He's been in Sirius for a long time, and he's always managed with these people doing shows. To back down on him while he's on AGT to me makes sense. To start pulling them off completely, I think is ulterior motive. But that's complete conjecture. That's what it feels like. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Is AGT on Wednesday nights? I don't even know.
No, well, not right now. I think when they go live, they'll be on 2 nights a week because they'll have the competition night, and then the next night they'll have the results.
Well, I mean, if anything, you'd think during AGT when there's probably going to be less live Howard shows, you'd think that's when he'd want more live 101 shows. But I mean, what do I know? But as a fan, it's aggravating. Like, I don't know. I was surprised when it wasn't on, when Superfan Roundtable wasn't on Wednesday night. But you know what? This can be the primary fan show if that's going to go away. So that'll be our new advertising campaign. Superfan Roundtables once a month, but this wonderful On Hold is every week.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we get so good fucking when Howard decides to go podcasting, he'll hit up Codebase Radio.
I told Vicky that at one point. I told Vicky Howard's gonna go to Codebase.
Vicky, you better start sucking that booty right now. You got 2 years.
Well, I think imagine if like for whatever reason we got asked to do a show on 101 and Al Ragone had to be our producer. Like, not that Vicky would obviously she'd probably be on air.
There's no I have as much chance of turning into a fairy and flying around. We're talking about chasing after the Iron Throne. There's no way.
Yeah, well,
that's obviously my topmost dream in life. But hey, shoot for the moon and you'll land in the stars is all I'm saying. So What can
Right.
I
You know,
say?
I
I
mean,
have my fantasies. I figure they'll get me somewhere, but
Dude, I mean, for years I'd fantasize about, fuck, dude, like what would it have been if, like, or if I could go, like, do the butterfly effect and go back in time and,
Oh
you know,
God.
go to school in communications and land an internship on Howard's show back in the early '90s. But, you know, but knowing all the shit from the shows that they played in the satellite years, so I could pitch them back then and get hired on full time type of shit, you know.
Oh, dude, you know what? I think like that constantly because I actually like, I thought about applying for an internship with Howard, but didn't want to move to New York because I had friends that went to school in New York and knew it was expensive. And I actually interned at Disney in the spring of 1999. Well, that same I mean, not that I would have gotten the internship if I applied, but that same semester that I was at Disney is the same semester that Jason and Will, who are the exact same age as me, interned on Howard. So
I bet
if I could go back in time and have pushed that, you know, not that I would have gotten on over either one of them, but I was the same age, but you know, I also went to Disney World and hooked up with more girls in 4 months than I probably ever will again in my life. So it was a fun 4 months.
See, that's why fuck, dude. Could you imagine the pussy you would have been getting if you were interning for the Stern Show?
I bet you I did better in Florida than I would have done.
Trust me, dude. If that's the thing. I'd have been.
I was on
dude,
I was on a tear for 4 months. Not that I'm anything great looking, but
so forget about the money and the connections and the talent and the audio-visual knowledge and the mentorship you would have gained. But what you're regretting is all the pussy you missed.
Oh,
well,
come on.
What, you know what? Right about now, yes.
Look at, I mean, Gary.
I'm feeling I'm never gonna get laid again at this point in my life. So
it's like legend. It's legend about Gary. The amount of pussy that Gary got from working on the show.
Yeah,
all kinds of. I mean, all kinds.
Look at everything else he got out of it, though.
No, yeah, I know, but I mean, look at Gary and the girls he was getting.
And look at JD and the girls that are flocking to him, and his fucking weird ass is too.
I think JD, you know? JD friggin' blows it.
Wouldn't you consider that like a bonus though, or like a bonus asset to being?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. It's like the number one fringe benefit. I mean, yeah, it's not the main reason, but I'm just saying at this, like looking back at my semester at Disney, like those 4 months it was a 4-month spring break, like.
What'd you do at Disney? What did I miss? I think I missed something.
I interned there and I worked at a food place. Like, I got like 2 classes as credits for college.
Wait a minute. So you
food
interned
stand
there
at Disney World?
Hold on. You interned there. You
yes.
interned there, and they had you work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like what position?
I mean, you couldn't get a summer job and do that, get paid.
I got paid.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was anyone
what position were you in? Was it a management position?
No, no, I was an intern,
what?
but I got paid. If you've ever been to the Magic Kingdom, I was at a restaurant.
Supposed to get you real life experience. What was your major at the time?
Criminal justice, but like
no. But when you worked at the restaurant, what position did you do? What
did an internship? This must be like a work.
Were you a busser?
All right, you got credits for like travel and tourism.
Smee?
You got credits for travel and tourism, which like go towards your prerequisites. So it's called an internship. I mean, you're learning about how a Fortune 500 company works. I mean, I worked at a restaurant. I was
your major was criminal justice, but you were studying.
Yeah, well, it had nothing to do with my major, but it was a fun 4 months.
Okay, so when you worked in the restaurant, were you interning like as someone in the upper echelon of business or down?
No, I bussed tables and friggin' like served food or whatever, and
see that's fucking me up.
That sounds more like a work.
That sounds like a regular.
A work
most
education
people,
program or something. Yeah. An internship is
most,
usually when you're getting real life experience for what you're majoring in.
It's not your typical. It's not your typical internship, and anyone in college or that's gone to college in the past 20 years or 15 years has heard of the Disney program.
Well, that
like,
sucks.
I don't know,
we want to hear that you got a job playing Tigger down there and groped on people.
No,
or something.
that's what everyone says. Were you Mickey? No, I wasn't. You actually you got to be a specific height to be each character. But no, I worked at a food place, and it was like a 4-month spring break. Like, I mean, I wasn't 21, but I had a good fake ID. Like, I met so many celebrities while I was down there. Like, I hung out with Drew Carey. One night, I met Muhammad Ali. I saw John Stamos.
What restaurant was it?
It was called Pecos Bill Cafe. If you've ever been to Magic Kingdom,
I have, and I remember that.
Okay, you know Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
it is directly next to that.
Across from the Hall of Presidents, something.
It's right near that, and it's right near the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey, so as a criminal justice major, what do you think of Richard the Night Stalker Ramirez dying today?
Oh, he died today?
Yeah, of natural causes, they say, but he's only 53. I'd be curious to know what the natural causes were. I was always a fan of how the citizens beat him down and chased him down and beat his ass and brought him in.
I remember watching that shit on the news because, I mean...
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is.
He was a serial killer in L.A. back in the 80s.
Okay, all right.
And he was, Night Stalker.
I thought that was somebody in the SFS.
What the hell did you learn in the criminal justice education?
No, that was my major.
You learned how to bust tables.
That was my major at one point. I switched. I ended up getting a degree in psychology.
Hey, what school was that? Since you were down there at Disney World,
Westfield State College in Massachusetts. Like, it was an internship where you're with. I lived in an apartment complex with 20,000 college kids from all over the world and all over the country.
For the summer or something?
It was for the spring semester, 1999. And I was with people from all over the country. Actually, you know the Columbine shooting.
Shit, we went to the wrong school, Jesse.
No, they probably didn't have
him off to live down in Florida doing nothing, busting tables with Muhammad Ali.
No, they didn't have this when you were in college, Vicky. Probably because it's new in the last.
Vicky. If I went through that, I'm sorry, I would have hung myself by now. To pass up trying to intern for the Stern Show with.
Well, I didn't pass it up.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just. Messing.
I would have loved to intern down at Disney World in any form.
Oh, it was.
Sounds like you just toddled off for a few months and hung out at Disney World. Sounds fun to me.
It was a 4-month spring break,
and foot in the door for me down there.
And actually, I dated my boss was like this girl that was like I was 19 at the time. My boss was this girl that was like 24 that I ended up like dating kind of while I was down there. I mean, we weren't like boyfriend and girlfriend, but for those 4 months I did better with girls than I'm pretty sure
I'm getting a text from Matthew Clark, cause of death, Hep C. I guess he must be listening to us. I hope so. Nice. I hope he's not telling me somebody else is dead.
No,
who the hell's Matthew Clark?
He was a tender stalker. Oh, Lord. Well, maybe he'll call in. Matt, call in. Matt was the winner of the comedy competition down in Jamaica, and he lives here in Baltimore, and he's the one that went with me to interview Jackie a few weeks ago.
Oh. Whatever happened with Jackie calling in? Is that going to ever happen? Did you ever talk
928, you are on the air.
Zona.
Oh, Lord.
That's for you, Matt, Jesse.
Thinking, how y'all doing?
Yeah,
what's up, man.
Yeah,
how are you?
Hold on.
Good, man.
Can I tell you how?
Our biggest fan.
Can I tell you how stoned this dude is? He fucking called me. He called me like 3 minutes ago on my cell phone. I had to mute the shit, and he calls me, does the bong hit, And he's like, "How you doing, man?" I said, "Dude, why don't you fucking hang up and call into the show and do that shit, dude?" "Oh, you're on right now."
Dude, they completely spaced my mind. Today was Friday, man. I've had a long week and I've been working graveyard, so it's kind of thrown me all off.
Oh, you working
So it's all
graveyard?
good.
Wait, are you working graveyard because it's too fucking hot to wash those cars during the day? So
Exactly.
He's still working outside his house, but graveyard. No, just kidding.
Oh, I know, dude. I just opened my door and it's 118 outside.
Hell yeah!
Holy shit!
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I was talking to some girl from Phoenix that lives in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I was talking. It was like 6 a.m. She said it was 103 out at 6 a.m. I'm like,
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
You know what the weather was like today here in San Diego? About 65 and gray skies.
Oh,
dude.
And it's
poor
fucking,
baby.
And it's fucking. Oh, I mean, Zona's place was twice as hot as my place, dude. I mean, you know, fuck Phoenix.
Well, guess what? It was about 65 here today. So
Fuck Arizona. Sorry, Chris, but that
Dude,
weather.
that's all good. I don't blame you. I think half the people in Arizona say that, too.
The most fucking depressing weather ever, dude.
my wife moved to Arizona like 12 years ago.
Yeah, and how fast did she move back?
A year, I think.
Yeah, she hit that fucking first summer and said, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
They talk about just the other day. I was talking to this guy at work who lives both here and in Arizona, and I'm like, he's talking about how the cost of living is way cheaper down there. Yeah, but during the summertime, your fucking electric bill triples because you gotta have that
It
AC
sure
on
does.
24/7.
Yeah, well, that's the price to pay to be around cactuses.
And then these old geezer assholes still go out golfing, dude. I don't know how the fuck they golf in 120-degree fucking weather, dude.
Yeah, check this out. I just heard an advertisement for golf. Like, you can have little kids that are trying to get little kids golf, courses going for these kids at like 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the daytime. I'm waiting for these kids to start dropping out, and then they might shut these golf courses down.
Hell yeah! I'm surprised these old farts haven't fucking passed out from this fucking heat, dude.
They must not play 18 holes, do they, Chris?
I doubt it. I think they only do like a 9-hole session, and I think by that time they end up at the 19th hole.
Yeah. You gotta.
But I'm talking about the old people, though, man. I mean,
the
reason why they do it. The reason why I do it because they cut the price in half during that heat.
Yeah, it's like $75, $100, I think, during the summer.
No,
and,
it's cheaper. It's cheaper.
I think during the summer it's like that much. Then in the winter it goes up to like 120.
Yeah, I mean it depends on
Jesus
on
Christ.
which fancy course. Well, they got cheaper ones too, but I mean.
Well, yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah. Well,
like the one out here in Needles, like an Arnold Palmer design course. So, people come around, and even like the Hollywood people come up here, I guess.
Hey,
I don't know how we started talking about golf, but that's kind of cool.
No, well, it went from the fucking heat. But hey, I was gonna ask you, or this morning I heard you call into Jay's show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, those bastards cut me off before I could get anything out. I wanted to tell them that they were on Matt. I learned about his car wash because I was on hold with Matt and Jesse. But it didn't work out.
No, I heard you say it. I heard you.
Did you?
Oh no! I heard you ask him about working at his dad's car wash or something. But I was surprised you didn't do the bong hit, dude.
You know, that's kind of weird that every time I have called Jay's show, I've never done the one hit.
No, you just
I
say
don't know
Riley
why.
and us.
Yeah, you know, Jay might not like that. Who knows? He's fucking weird. He gets
Yeah,
angry.
he'd hang up.
Yeah.
Well,
Get
Wait
rid
a
of him.
minute. We got
get rid of
Matthew
him.
Clark calling.
Get rid of him.
Matthew Clark, you are on the air with On Hold with Matt and Jesse. How are you?
Hey, great. Hey, thanks for using my last name. Now I really got to watch what I say.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, you're gonna be in the next fucking 3 movies I do. Your name's gonna get out there, man.
Let's just
You can't be
say,
scared of that.
go by.
Hold on,
Let's
Matt,
go
there's
by
only like
M.
5 people listening.
Let's go by M. Clark, or
They're all-
better yet, Matt C.
They're
Matt
all in
C.
the air right now.
Matt C and Matt R. Hey,
Hey, listen, I went to college in Tucson, and I would go out and play golf there, and they don't have the regular kind of grass. They really got to work to have grass.
Yeah,
And I always thought it was funny to take girls out to the golf course, and they would see the sprinklers, and they'd go, "Oh my God, sprinklers! Let's run into sprinklers!" And they'd all run around, and they'd come back, and I'd have to explain to them that the water here is so precious that they can't just use sprinklers, so they use sewer water. And how does that feel, honey?
Now,
he's got a good point there.
Must be girls that are these girls. Are they girls that were like into piss porn or anything like that?
Oh my God.
No, not out there at the time. Not that I was aware of.
hey, Matt, when you're out there, did you ever
Yeah.
meet that?
Not me.
No, I'm sorry, Matt C.
Yeah,
When you're in Tucson,
I'm joking.
did you ever go to EG's?
No.
No? Oh, man.
Cheese?
EG's. It's like a sub sandwich place that's famous for these fucking slushes. They're like oh my God, dude.
I remember one time at a football game, a banner goes flying overhead, and it says, "Porn hurts kids. Circle K sells porn." And it was years later that I realized a group that was against porn put it up. But I would go out and buy pornography. I thought, yeah, that's where you can buy it.
At Circle K?
Circle K your day, baby.
Must have been way before. This must have been way before you porn.
Oh
if you're
my
buying.
God. Matt C has
this
a
was,
whole routine he's called in with here.
No, this was just my college stories. I went to school there in '94. I graduated. So you still had to stuff around to find your porn.
Yeah, I guess even in 2002 when I was in college, yeah, there was still the trading going on of videotapes.
Well, and because back then in its infancy, you had to like pay for porn back then. Now it's just fucking free everywhere.
When I was in high school, a buddy and I went across the street. We got a P.O. box so we could get all this stuff mailed to us so we could then sell it to other kids in high school, right? We were going to corner the market on pornography. Brilliant idea. When we're at the post office, they're like, okay, we need an address to send the bill to. And I was like, oh, hell. So I gave them the school address instead of an apartment number, the homeroom number. And all of a sudden, one day they're giving announcements out in homeroom, and he goes, here, you got some mail. And they started dropping mail on my desk every day.
Oh my God! What did you sell? Like video? Did you sell magazines or like video?
No, like videos. We'd buy videos and we would actually rent them. Because once you saw them, it worked. We just took Blockbuster as an example. Until one day, my dad sees a envelope with my name and a P.O. box number, and then opens it up, and it was like some raunchy name porn. And he goes, I quickly put it together. Like he's a real detective.
My dad would have been proud of me for being so entrepreneurial, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's one thing for you, and that's what I try to tell him. It's not just for me. I'm making some money. I'm doing this. He goes, listen, you're going to a Catholic school. I can't have these phone calls. All right.
Catholic school.
Whatever you've done is now over. Okay.
Oh wow, we've had every different type of debauchery in our collective pasts as you can have.
Frowned upon at Catholic schools, I imagine.
Yeah, I got almost all of it except for the stuff with Vicky on it.
Hey, by the way, Matt.
Oh Lord.
Matt C., you're the proud winner of the Jackie's Jokeland CD, right?
Yeah.
Right, Vicky? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
yes, we do. I did get some from him to give away, and we keep forgetting to give them away. So there you go. I got to see Matt soon anyway. I'll give him one of the ones.
Is it?
It's the gift.
It's the distance from genius.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's the way. It's like. It's like in old school when Will Ferrell keeps giving back the gifts since you were with Vicky the night that she bought them. Now she's giving them to you.
I gave you this exact model in old school.
Yes.
Hey, gentlemen and ladies, I got to take off, okay? So I'm going to hang up.
All right, man.
All right, thanks, Chris, for your
Shake
undying
it up.
support. Shake it up.
Shake it up, you guys.
Nice job.
And
Get back to work right outside your door.
Yeah, later, man.
So, what do you guys think of this AGT so far?
I can't. Well, I'm interested in it because I have a slight chance of actually being on the show from the audition that I went to. Yeah, because I fucking whored my way. Like, I was whoring myself out to everyone, and
He yelled like an asshole. Just admit it.
You were in the crowd at one of the trials.
Everyone, all the Stern fans were yelling like assholes, but.
Oh, okay.
But I kept yelling out, Jay Thomas hates me, and the fact of the matter is, and then when I yelled out, when Howard was working the crowd, he was introducing Ronnie, and then I yelled out Jesse from San Diego, and then he mentioned or he acknowledged it. But
hey, I got a Jay Thomas story for you.
Go ahead.
This was in '91. I go to the Hard Rock Cafe in New York. My friend, his brother managed it. And we're partying our asses off, and we were really loose about, come midnight, we were just letting it fly. And Jay Thomas and Judy Tenuto were doing the show on television. And whenever they film something, they jam people up really close, and the room really isn't that packed. So when they're not filming, everyone backs up. And we're lighting up, and we're smoking right there on the floor. The camera comes on, now we're really lazy, and I'm standing in front of him, and I'm just smoking and blowing it on Jay Thomas. And finally, he leans down, picks his foot up off the ground so you can see his heel, and he takes the motion from his hand. And he goes, "Can you just put that shit out, asshole? Thank you." And then, I was like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Jesus Christ!" And he's walking around.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
That fucking cigarette.
I can't picture Jay being a dick. I just can't.
Well, he's a legendary asshole, right?
Yeah,
we ended up leaving the dance floor.
Fired on Cheers for being one.
We go down to the bathroom, and when we get there, the bathroom attendant opens up the stall for all four of us to pile into. When we finally come out, Jay Thomas is again standing there, and he goes, "Oh, Christ." Just like that. And we all pile out.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I thought the first show of America's Got Talent was really good.
I saw the snake guy. That was all I saw, really.
Which act was Catapult? I keep hearing about it, but I think I missed it.
Dude, it was this dance act that used fucking like optical illusions with the lights and shit. Like they darkened the room and they used shadows, and it was fucking.
Okay, I think I caught that. I guess I missed the name.
Yeah. It was entirely in silhouette, and I mean everything from all types of shapes and sizes and shit.
And they did a lot with distance and perspective.
Well, they did a good story.
Clever.
It was a good, clever story too. It told a story. And yeah,
now, there was a Britain's Got Talent where they did something similar, but they didn't do as much with perspective and making things grow and shrink. But if you can find that on YouTube, that's really good too. It's a whole love story that eventually a soldier goes off to war, and they do the whole thing through silhouette. It's really nice.
No shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I watched.
Remind me of last year. There was an act that did that show of lights that came into the finals and didn't end up winning, and I thought they should have won. I think. I don't remember their name.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
It was a good story, huh?
That little girl was really good too.
Yeah, that 10-year-old.
I was really impressed also with the arrangement, but then I found out later that was some girl that used to be on American Idol put out that song with that arrangement, the New Orleans song. How's the Rising Sun?
I didn't watch it. I don't know. I watched.
That wasn't the show you were at, Jesse, was it?
No. They haven't played any of those yet.
Okay.
No, that little girl though. I mean, fuck. She sounded. 10-year-old. She sounded like she was in her 20s.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
It begs the question: has her voice changed yet? And if it hasn't, what will it sound like?
I would imagine it hasn't. Like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
She'll sound like Nicole Bass.
Oh, do girls' voice? Wait, so
you
do
see
girls'
that Navy
voice?
SEAL that used to be? There's a Navy SEAL that's got a book out called Warrior Princess. He was a member of SEAL Team 6
Yeah.
for 20 years, and now he's a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we were talking about that at work the other day. This guy brought it up, and I went home and looked at it. I'm like, oh, dude, could you imagine if he changed it to a woman like right before he retired, and he was one of the guys that caught Bin Laden or killed Bin Laden? Like that would have been funny as shit.
For a moment, I thought, how embarrassing for one of our soldiers to now be a woman. And then I thought, put that fear into our enemies. We even have people that are transgender that are kicking your ass all over the place,
Yeah. Did you see that picture of him in that article, too? He had like a fucking Grizzly Adams scruffy-ass beard. Like, you know?
He did.
And then in the next picture next to it, he's in a dress and long straight hair and shit. And it's like...
Yeah, speaking all low tones.
He went from the one far extreme to the other.
Can you imagine some guy getting drunk at a bar trying to play a little grab ass, and then all of a sudden he turns on that Navy SEAL that comes
Navy
out
SEAL.
of him?
Yeah, then the Navy SEAL throws he throws some deadly combat force on him.
Can you picture a tranny like getting Bin Laden like Geronimo, forgotten country? Yeah, like what they say when they got him.
Yeah, something like that.
Geronimo, forgotten country.
As long as they can kick ass. Don't matter who they are.
Who cares? I'm not doing it. Let whoever, whatever.
Or a bunch of rednecks someplace, outside a bar. 4 or 5 of them think they're going to gang up on him, and you think, oh, God, guys, you don't know what you're in store for. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of kicking ass, did you guys hear about that? Apparently, there's a transgendered male to female fucking mixed martial art fighter.
Ricky, you're fighting again?
Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Into that part of the show, I see.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Get
rid of him.
Yeah, that is completely unfair. If I was the girl being thrown into that ring, I'd be like, this is fucked up.
Well, yeah, because the bone structure is still it's a bone structure of a guy.
Yeah, and the muscle structure. Yeah, you can think something's in your heart, and we can respect that. But come on, don't punch her in the face, dude.
Oh, and could you imagine because if the penis has been turned into the vagina, could you imagine she get her fucking like they're on the floor grappling, and then she gets her head in between that fucking stink ass pussy like Shaban? Like, because it's like an open wound. You sound like you've experience.
What did my life become?
No, it just made me think of High Pitched Mike getting his face like pressed up against that nasty gash, dude.
Yeah, to win a TV that he never opened.
Yeah. Well, I think that was
What an asshole.
I think that's what fucking made him go gay, dude. Nah, he was always gay, but.
This is
I'm so happy that I can provide this show to the world every Friday. We hit on all the great topics.
This is now
Friday. Yay! I get to sleep in.
Well, hey,
this is now a party.
Since this is about some calls, why don't we play a couple calls from last year? One was during AGT. Was it B1 and or no? The Jesse asked about wipes and then followed up by the Jesse condom question. This is when
All right.
It's a 2-part fucking with Howard.
We played this already.
No, we haven't played anything today.
Oh, okay. No, I mean like another time, but probably not.
Jesse, you're on the air in San Diego.
Hey, I got a question for you. So you've been using baby wipes to wipe your ass for all these years, but you use tissue paper to jerk off, or to wipe off after you jerk off, why don't you use baby wipes? They're so much better than...
I don't want chemicals near my penis.
Chemicals, it makes your dick smell like a fresh baby's ass afterwards instead of dried up cum with tissue paper.
I don't know. I just use baby wipes for my tuchus. I don't, for when I make duty.
You like smelling like a baby back there.
Yeah. I like to smell like a by my penis. No, if I jerk off or I get laid, I want to have that smell of like a winter on me.
Well, it's better than dried up cum and
all right. People are trying to eat their breakfast. What's the matter with you?
But then I get him back 2 weeks later. I catch him.
Howard gets so pissed at you sometimes, huh?
No, but no. Play the other
He
clip though.
He didn't seem to enjoy that one. Oh, you want me to go ahead and play the other one? Or...
Jesse, you're on the air. It's Jesse's phone.
Hey
now.
Have the word.
Hey, I got a comment and then I got a question. First of all, I can't wait for this Stern promotion kickoff starting this week with you being on all the talk shows coming up.
I'll be on Jimmy Fallon Wednesday night. I'll be on The View and the Today Show on Thursday morning. Mm-hmm. And that's happening this week.
And my question for you is, okay, you use condoms when you have sex with your wife. Now, those condoms, are they lubed or are they unlubed? Lubed?
Yeah.
So
when I'm with my woman, I use a nice lubed condom.
So anyone thinks Howard doesn't like chemicals touching his penis. The fact of the matter is, chemicals have condoms, and they are touching your penis.
Who cares? Fuck you.
What is he saying? I don't even know what it is.
He was hired by a competing company to sabotage our show and make it extremely boring.
Oh, that bit didn't work today.
That was one of Ronnie's friends.
Off.
Yeah, he liked that one too.
Yeah, I caught him. Well, because in the first one, he said he didn't want chemicals touching his penis. And, the fact that he said that he uses lube condoms, because if he would have said unlubed, that the shit wouldn't have worked. But then I got to throw it.
Oh, yeah, you would have been dead in the water. Hey, you guys had a great interview with Eric, the actor, last week. It was just phenomenal. I've listened to it twice, actually.
Nice.
Really, thank you. Yeah, I could have gone on with him for 3 hours, even though it was getting tough at the end. But I love Eric.
I love hearing his point of view and his perspective of the world.
I felt bad for the guy, man.
Yeah, it always amazes me, though. He doesn't see that Howard can't tell him to get off of Twitter or what to do on Twitter, but Howard's supposed to tell others.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome that Howard gets shit himself on Twitter and talks about it all the time, but Eric thinks Howard's got something to do with people fucking with him, even though he obviously doesn't ask people to do it on the air. But I love Eric, so
I think Howard. In the film, The Bad News Bear, she's selling maps to the stars' homes. I'm sure they hated that then,
Yeah.
Matt, I'm glad you liked it because we took a little criticism for not riling the guy up. Everybody said, he's only good when you're riling him up. And my point was I really enjoyed hearing him be himself, and I didn't want to be I wasn't trying to be a cheap imitation of Howard. Howard will rile him up.
Right.
And that was never my thought when we were going to have him on.
No, not at all. I want to talk to these people.
I wanted to kiss his ass, and you know what? I love him.
The fact that
I wanted to hear exactly what he had to say and what his point of view is and why he comes to the conclusion he does. And then the story that is so miraculously fabricated to explain how he got himself into that situation and how it's all a misunderstanding on someone else's part. It's great. It's wonderful. Act 2, Act 3, man, it goes by a script. It's fantastic.
I think what Howard should do. I
agree with you, Matt.
Yeah.
I think Howard could take Eric and make him a poster boy for putting an end to cyberbullying. Because you hear about this shit getting more and more out of hand. Wouldn't that be funny if here you got Howard using his power to take a stance against cyberbullying and using Eric
Eric's fans could probably help him do that. That's probably the exact responsibility that Howard doesn't want. So I think that Eric's fans could help him do that.
It's not that. I mean, from Howard's perspective, it's both doing a cause, but it's also goofy, you know.
Yeah, I just don't think he wants another cause. I think that's exactly what he's trying to do.
I would love to see a reality show with him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would be ideal. I mean, whatever it would be, he would be complaining about something, and then he would be infuriated at the emails of people sending him, and then they could even go to those places so he could confront those people. And,
remember a couple years ago, somebody suggested they have The Bachelor with Eric. Like, how great would that have been? I've never watched The Bachelor, but I know the premise. Like, how great would that have been to have Eric be the one picking like a girl? Like, that would be the greatest show ever, I think.
And you know Eric too, though, he would like try to go for the best quality, and you know he'd fucking weed out all the way. I think he'd have like outrageous demands. Like, remember they had that modeling agency, and
I don't think you could ever let them go.
He said it was a joke afterwards, but he's like, they had some contest, and the girl that won had to live in his house or Johnny's house for a year. Like, that was really the thing. Like, that's like pretty much, that's like taking somebody prisoner, pretty much, isn't it?
I know.
How about this?
That guy in Ohio would have sued him if he went through with it.
How about this for the concept? Of all the contestants each week, the one he picks has to live in his house for a year, and at the end, the one that ends up last gets to go free.
Yeah.
with whatever they're left with.
To NBC.
It'd be like the opposite of all these Bachelor shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything with him would be absolute gold, no matter how difficult he got. I'm surprised the people that, you know, up Howard that listen to the show haven't thing together.
Then they can follow that. No, then they can follow that up with the Beetlejuice Bachelor. The next season.
Yeah, but you know what? Beetlejuice is nothing compared to Eric, I think. I think Eric is like the
Beetlejuice around the ladies? Come on.
You know what? It's Beetlejuice. Like, Eric at least is like you can tell he's like intelligent, but he's got like a warped view of things. Like, Beetlejuice is kind of slow, so it kind of gets old after a while.
Okay, would you rather see Beetlejuice Flavor of Love or Flavor Flav's Flavor of Love? I think I'd go with the Beetlejuice Flavor of Love.
I never watched the regular one. So
all these other shows
would be funny because
all these other ones are scripted, dude. You can't script that show, dude. You can't.
Beetlejuice would love some girl one day, and the next day be like, I don't care about that bitch. Why she here?
Who the fuck are you? Exactly.
Well, you got my rose.
Me?
And he'd be like,
Beetlejuice, whenever it's his birthday, like, how old are you? He's like, about 82. Like, you know, it's kind of sad with him because he's a slow adult, obviously.
No, I'll never forget when I saw him for the very first time in Jamaica. I'd already been there for a couple of days.
Oh, man.
And all of a sudden I look over, and because I didn't know some of the other people with the Stern show, so they could have been milling around. I wouldn't have noticed. And then I see Beetlejuice, and this woman goes, you know, that kind of looks like Beetlejuice. I go, who the fuck else? What kind of Halloween costume is polishing a hammer? Who else could that
kind
be?
of looks like him. Like,
Dude,
how
Matt,
could
did
anyone
you smoke
else
a blunt
look
with
like
him? Please tell me you smoked a blunt with him, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. That's my ultimate drink.
At first, I'm sitting there.
We all did, man. Everybody in the fucking place.
Because I smoked a blunt with the Eric the Midget
You
type.
put your lips on it? Like, he smoked it, and you guys like smoked it after him?
Yeah, it was
we should save this discussion to be continued next week. It looks like it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, Matt.
All right, it was great talking to you guys. Nice show. I'll talk to you guys later.
Good show.
All right, man.
I'd be nervous about germs, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh, no, you put the blunt around. No, you put the.
I know, you've described it. I know, but still, like, I mean, I'm sure his hygiene isn't that great. I don't know. I get skeeved out with stuff like that.
Hey, look, all you got to do is make sure there's a couple people in between you guys, you know, and then it's cool.
Yeah, it's just more germs, but, you know.
That's
all right,
maybe I'm
wrapping it up.
Yeah, that's
well,
it.
Well, that was a quick hour for...
I know.
We literally decided we were the least prepared for this show as any show. There was no way we were going to beat last week, and it was completely impromptu, and it was pretty good.
Right.
About what I expected. It was a good time. So let's wrap it up, and it certainly leaves us some things to think about for next week. So good night, everybody.
Codebase Radio, where geek and music combine.